Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to use this opportunity to thank all my subscribers, my new subscribers, my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for your constant support. I really appreciate you for all your support. So in today's video, we're going to be learning how to cut a button shirt. So if it's something you would love to learn, please keep on watching, like, share and subscribe. So without further ado, let's jump right into the main video. I'm going to rule a straight line across, which is going to serve as our shoulder line and our starting line as well. I'll come to the side here and I'm going to mark 2 inches all the way down, which is going to serve as our button allowance or button placket. We are cutting the front pattern first and I'm going to mark all the way down. Then I'm going to connect all these points together with a straight line. So all our measurements is going to be taken after the line. I'm going to come down from the shoulder line to mark my bust point, which is 10. And I'm going to repeat the same thing to get a straight line. If you are following the tutorial, go ahead and mark from your shoulder to your bust point, just the way I'm doing here. I'll go ahead and extend the point across. From the shoulder, I'm going to come down to mark my waist point. From my shoulder to my waist point is 16 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and mark it all the way to get a straight line. I will extend the point across. Then from the shoulder, I'm going to come down to mark the top length where I want my shirt to stop. So it depends on what you want at this point. If you want it to make it as a gown, it's still fine. So go ahead and mark where you want your shirt to stop. I'll go ahead and extend the point across. I'll label the line so we don't get confused. This is the full length, the waistline, the bust point, and the shoulder line. I'll come to the shoulder line, divide my shoulder by 2, and I'm going to mark it right here, which is 7.5. I'll come down by ½ inch for our shoulder slant. Then I'm going to come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect the shoulder slant into the neck width like so. Then from the shoulder slant, I'm going to come down to mark my arm length. How to get your arm length? Divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches. To get a straight line, make sure I have what I have on the shoulder line at this point here. Then I'll connect the 2 points together like this and extend it across. This line now become our chest line. So make sure all your measurements are taken after the line. I'll come to this line here, mark the midpoint. I'll come in by ½ inch at that point. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 on the chest line. Then I'm going to connect all these points together with my French curve like so. We now have our armhole. The next thing is to impute our measurement. My bust divided by 4, I'm going to mark it on the bust line. Then I'm going to add extra 2 inches because I want the shirt to be free. I'll add extra inches for ease, then add 1 inch for sewing allowance. I'll come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4. I'll mark it here, then add extra 2 inches for ease because I want it very free, then add 1 inch for sewing allowance. Altogether is 3 inches you are adding. I'll do the same thing to the top length, divide my hip by 4, add 2 inches for ease, then add 1 inch for sewing allowance. Then I'll go ahead and connect all these points together. Then I'm going to come here to mark my neck depth of 3 inches. I'm going to connect from the neck width all the way to that 3 inches we just marked. After connecting the neck, I'll come to the shoulder. If you notice, most vintage shirts, especially the male vintage shirts, the joining on the shoulder is not exactly on the shoulder. It falls towards the front. It comes down a little from the shoulder line. So I'm going to mark ½ inch from the initial shoulder line all the way and then connect it this way, as you can see. So this is basically it for the front. It's very, very simple. I think we've done tutorial on shirt before. So if you find this one very hard to understand, you can check my other videos and watch. I'll go ahead and cut the rest of the pattern paper out. This is very, very simple to cut and sew. Believe me, if you follow the tutorial very well, I'm very sure it will not be hard for you to recreate afterwards. So this is basically it for the front pattern. So if at this point you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do wait to hit on the subscribe button. Subscription is totally free. Subscribe, like and share, very important. And most importantly, turn on the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I drop new videos, so you don't miss out on anything. So this is basically it for the front. We are done with the front. We are going to keep this aside so we can work on the back pattern. So I've already gone ahead to rule out the necessary lines we need for the back, like our top length, waistline, bust point, and the shoulder line. So I'm going to come to the shoulder here, divide my shoulder by 2, just the way we did on the front pattern. Divide my shoulder by 2. At that point, I'm going to come down by ½ inch for our shoulder slant. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll go ahead and connect my shoulder slant into the neck width just like this. From the shoulder slant, I'll come down to mark my arm length. Divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches to it. I'm going to make sure I have my shoulder measurements here to get a straight line. I'll go ahead and connect from the shoulder slant all the way to that point we just marked, and then I'll extend the line across. So this now become our chest line. I'll come here to mark the midpoint of this line. I'll come here, divide my bust circumference by 4. I'm going to mark it on the chest line, and then I'm going to connect all these points together with my curve rule. So the next thing is to come down to mark my neck depth of 1 inch. I'll connect it just like this. I'll go ahead and impute my round body measurement, my bust divided by 4. I'll mark it, then add 2 inches for ease, then 1 inch for sewing allowance. I'll do the same thing to the waistline, my waist divided by 4. I'll mark it 2 inches for ease, then 1 inch for sewing allowance. The top length, divide my hip by 4, add 2 inches for ease, and then 1 inch for sewing allowance. Then I'll go ahead and connect all these points together. But if you don't want your own shirt to be very big, you can decide to use 1 inch instead of 2 inch for ease. It depends on what you want. You can even decide to use 3 inch. It depends on how big you want it. So I'll come to the shoulder line here. I'm going to go up by ½ inch all the way. Remember that ½ inch we came down by in front. We're going to replace it here. So I'm going to go up from the initial shoulder slants by ½ inch. Then I'm going to connect it all the way. Make sure to go up by that inches you came down in front so that you don't have any shortage later. So this is it. This is basically it for the back pattern. If you're familiar with your basic body, this wouldn't be hard for you to cut. The only thing we did differently here is adding more extra inches to all of our measurements, because unlike basic bodies that you just take your measurement and then add sewing allowance, we add a lot of ease so that the shirt will not be too tight. Or shirt is not supposed to be tight on you. It's supposed to be free. So I think that is the only different thing we did here. It is very, very simple. So this is the back pattern, and this is the front pattern. If you have stayed to this very point and you have not yet subscribed, please do wait to hit on the subscribe button. Subscribe before you go, please. You can see that everything here is equal. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Like I said, please subscribe, like, share, and do where to leave comment too. Your comment encourages me a lot. Thank you so much. See you in my next video.